Welcome to the Coach Leroy Ryals Show. I'm your host, Buster Crupton. Alongside me, the head coach of the Clarke Central Football Gladiators, Coach Leroy Ryals. And we're here today to show you the highlights from the Clarke Central Gainesville matchup last Friday. And Coach, big atmosphere, big region game. Got a little taste of one of those hometown Friday night things like you see in the movies, Friday Night Lights. I mean, This town came out in droves to back their team, and you could see why Gainesville is ranked so high and followed so heavily up in that part of the country.
Most definitely. I got a chance to go over a couple of weeks ago and scout them. We were off on a Friday night, and I saw it for the first hand as a fan, how they do things, and it's pretty nice, And we're the same way here at Clarke Central, and when we play studio shows and things of that nature. So it was nice to play in that atmosphere.
Yeah, Gainesville came in ranked in some polls as high as number 2 in the state 5A classification polls, and of course, they haven't lost a region game, and they were sporting this big quarterback, number 4, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player. He really is. He's one of the best I've seen in a long time. Not only is he a good football player, he's a very heady kid, and from what I understand from Coach Miller, he studies the game very well. So he knows what to do with the ball, and you can tell he's a pretty good leader for their football team.
Well, it was the second time in a row that Clarke Central was on the road. After a tough overtime loss to Heritage, we was looking to rebound with a win and actually put ourselves in a position in that first quarter to maybe shock the state when we took a 2-score lead. But then Gainesville, known for that high-octane offense, kind of got back in it, and it became a war.
Yeah, it did, and we just didn't. We didn't bow our necks when we needed to, and we didn't put them away when we needed to as well. So that's just things we got to learn from and take notes on and continue to get better at.
Well, a lot of points scored. Let's get to those first half highlights. We got a lot to show you as we go to Bobby Gruen Stadium up in Gainesville, Georgia. And it was the Gladiators against the Red Elephants. And, Coach, again, the atmosphere was just electric.
Yeah, again, it's a nice place to be on Friday night for the average fan, so it was pretty good.
Here we are kicking off the Gainesville. They won the toss. They wanted the ball right away.
I was very pleased with our kickoff team. Max Jermaine putting the ball where we wanted to be put. And, I think there was Kayvon Williams down there on that thing, on that tackle. And here's Drico Brown forced it to Drico Statham on a speed sweep. And, the first series we came out, I think they went 3 and out. We stopped them.
They absolutely did.
And here we get the punt. Deshaun Watson about that punt. And the punt is not very good, but they get a good roll. So we still get the ball in good field position with our offense for the first time.
So Clarke Central taking over on their own 35.
Yeah, here we got a little pass right up the seam there. We just barely off the fingertips. I think that's old Marcus Campbell there. And we go 3 and out as well. So it's back and forth ball game right now.
So call on Jermaine to flip the field position, and he gets them down around the 20.
Did a great job. Gets the ball down the 21-yard line. That's Kenjai Reed and Amir Williams down there covering that kick. That's great. Here we got the speed option here, and I think that's Drico Statham again coming up on the pitch, putting them down right there for a 1-yard gain. That's what we want.
And it seemed like we did a good job on the left to right runs, but this was what was getting us
all night long. The quarterback QT counter right up the middle there, and they do a good job of it. And here we blow a coverage here. We had a blitz off the edge. We don't get them on the ground, and we blow a coverage, and they got 6.
Yeah, so Gainesville's on the board first. They make the extra point to go up 7-0.
Absolutely. So now we get the ball back on offense, and we got to try to do something here, and we do. Get a good return here. I think that's Kenjai Reed back with us, and he takes the ball up to about the 40-yard line, I think it was, and good return, real good return.
Kenjai, a strong runner, always seems to drag tacklers with him when he's running.
He's a lot stronger than he looks, yeah. Come on, our dot formation, run a screen here to Amir Williams. A good blocking out there by DeMario Price, and he takes up the sideline. Thought he almost broke that thing for the distance there, but I think he stepped out of bounds about the 30-yard line.
But we're in good field position here.
Real good field position. Denzel Maxson, one of my favorite players. I really love that kid. Up the middle with the fullback trap for a gain of about 7 or 8 right there.
And then I think you come back here with a strong run by – now we'll go with the throw.
Yeah, a little fake that inside play to Denzel and throw the ball. I think that's Jaquan Dowdy on the throw right there. A good throw by Cameron Johnson, sticking it right there on him.
So we're knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door, and now we got the a tight package in, and we'll get the ball to Jelani Payne on the counter, and he takes it in for like a 3-4 yard run.
Jelani gets a 7-6, and then, of course, Matthew Ward on to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, Matthew, we had a different holder here. They kind of got ahead of themselves, and he missed that extra point right there, pulled it a little bit to the left.
So 7-6, and we kick it off to them. And
another good kick here by Max Jermaine. And there we are down there, Quavon Scott and Javion Hemfield and Kayvon Williams, a host of those
and
Gladiators down there getting them.
Your kickoff coverage was excellent.
And I was very pleased with that. Very pleased with that. And now here we got a fourth fumble. I think it's DeMario Price forcing the fumble. And ball lands right in Kayvon Williams' hands. Takes it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, they call that the old scoop and score.
Scoop and score, baby.
So Gladiators up 13-7, and we let it go for 2.
Go for 2 here. This play we've been working on all week. We thought we had them on a 2-point conversion. Saw it on the film before. Throw the slant route to Amir Williams there for 2 points.
So confidence has got to be a little high, Coach. We're up 14-7.
14-7.
We've answered and produced off of a good turnover, and again the kickoff coverage.
Great kick again, and that's Chika Newcomb, and looks like Nathan Fulton on that tackle. Real good kickoff coverage.
So Gainesville's got it 1st and 10, and they're on their 30.
On the 30, and here we drop back the pass here, and good pass rush. I think that's Damon Stovall there, chasing him down and forcing a fumble. We get the ball back again. I think Cavante Budd recovered his fumble, if I'm not mistaken. And now we got the ball in good field position again.
So momentum on Clarke's side, and we're deep in Gainesville territory to start this drive, and a good run by Jelani.
Good run by Jelani Payne, and takes it all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Plus we had a late hit, takes it down to the 1. And I think Baylor Ward here, Coach John Ward, our athletic director, his son, takes it in from 1 yard out. To give us,
it was a late signal, late indication. We weren't sure if he got in there or not.
I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. I sent a field goal team on it, and I was confused about whether he went in or not, and that was
But we did get the touchdown. We're up 20-7. We make the extra point. Matthew Ward. Now we're 21-7. You're up 2 scores.
Yeah, and here we got to have that killer instinct. And here they got a 15-yard penalty. We kick off the first time, get off sides, and then we miss the kick. Instead of getting the ball at least pinned down on the 20-yard line, they get the ball to 40. That was not very good on our part.
And Gainesville goes to work right away. And
but again, missed tackles. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missed tackles right there, and we had a guy tackle for a loss.
And number 3, Kenyatta Harrison, he was a fit for us all night.
He was. And here's another missed tackle. We just don't tackle the guy. You know, we were in good position there to make plays, but we couldn't tackle him.
And, Coach, this offense they do not need much time, do they?
They don't, and Kayvon Williams makes a good play behind the line of scrimmage there. Like I said, East and West, we did a good job, but it was all night long. The quarterback counter and a couple things in the passing game, we didn't do a good job on.
So the first quarter ends right there, but, of course, Gainesville's knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Clarke Central's leading 21-7. And, Coach, like you said, it's just time you got to turn them away. And it was it was hard to do once that quarterback got
that's really disappointing because we, like I said, it's 21-7. We get the ball, kick the ball from their 45, and then we go offsides, and then we miss the kick. Kind of get a squib kick on accident, and they get the ball in great field position instead of pinning them down at least on a touchback with 20, and that's kind of started from there.
Just one of those little things that can change the pace of a game. So. Now momentum kind of going Gainesville's way. We're going to go to the second quarter, and they're going to start off that quarter inside the 5. Great field position, and they're down by 2 scores, but not for long.
Yeah, we don't keep contained on Deshaun Watson right there. He walks in for a touchdown, and we got to do a better job. We have to do a better job.
They had a great kicker as well, and he makes the extra point, makes it 21-14, but still up by a score.
Still up by a score, but then we come right back and fumble the kick return here. Kenja Reed gets the ball, and first of all, he goes the wrong way, and then he fumbles the ball. So the old momentum is back on their side again, and of course, they're a quick strike offense, and here they go to work again. That's Deshaun Watson. Don't keep contained, and he goes up the sideline for another 10, 12-yard gain.
Just had a very long stride, didn't he?
Long stride. He's a big guy, strong guy. And right here, again, we lose contain, and he breaks the coverage and throws a strike to the number 3 in the corner of the end zone. And
not much place he could put that ball except in that receiver's hands balling out of bounds.
He can throw a strike now. He throws some BBs.
So now we're all tied up 21 apiece, and they kick off to us again.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a little too many kick returns. I don't like that, and we missed a block. And they again, momentum's on their side right now. We got to try to break it.
So Cameron starts off here in the shotgun.
Yeah, and then Jelani Payne there on a nice run going around right side there. He got to be a little stronger than that. He can't let that guy bring him down. And but still a good blocking up front and good run.
Cameron rolls out and looks to the left side.
Throw the little curl route there. I think that's Jaquan Dowdy again on the catch. Good play action. And then, after this, I think we take a chance here. We run a naked here and miss a block up front, which costs Cameron to throw off his back foot and throw an errant pass, and they pick it off.
Yeah, it's so hard to do. No matter what level of football you play as a quarterback, throw across your body.
Yeah, and like I said, we missed the block up front and caused him to throw off his back foot, and that should have never happened.
So Gainesville's right back down there again, and they don't take long.
No, they don't take long, but you got to be. We knew it was coming, and we got to be set, and we got to make tackles.
That was the big receiver Heyman on the catch there.
He's a big one doing it. And right here, this is very frustrating because we knew this was coming out of this set. We drew it up on the board over and over again, and we didn't cover number 81.
So now Gainesville scored 28 unanswered, and they take a 7-point lead.
7-point lead, and here we need a good kick return because they're putting us in the corner there. And we get a decent one right here with Jelani Payne going up the right side. Good moves there. I wish you just kind of go a little bit north to south, but again, got good field position though.
Jelani's so good when he's out in space, making people miss.
Yeah, that's his forte right there. And here we are again on the T play, and again moving the ball a little bit, getting the ball closer to the 50-yard line, doing a good job here.
Jelani had a good night, Coach. 147 yards. He ran the ball very well.
He sure did. He ran strong and tough here.
Cameron drops back, and they got a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah, we missed an inside blitz there, and thought we had something on the quick game. And
Cameron did a good job of not making that a negative play. He actually got back to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. And that forces the punt. But here we had a fake punt call, but we don't line up right. The guy who caught the ball was supposed to be way out here by the sideline, and I should have called timeout and canceled it. But again, we don't execute. Here on 4th and 1, we jump off sides here, and just again not enough discipline. We knew it was coming. We just our kids gotta believe. If we tell you something in practice, it's gonna happen.
It's for a reason.
It's for a reason. And here we are missing 2 age-men tackles.
I just looks like an Oklahoma drill 1 against 11 there.
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson. That guy's so strong.
And I think he won. So again, another missed tackle here, and it's a broken record, I know, but we got to tackle. That's the name of the game.
So Gainesville's coming down trying to score real quickly before half.
Yeah, and get a little play action there and throw the ball.
Great catch.
Great catch. We blow up coverage on the back end, and not up by 2 scores up before half.
So Gainesville kicks the extra point, and they take a 2-score lead, and we're right before halftime, and I think we might see a kickoff here. They tried to squib it.
Yeah, we take it back to Cedric Armstrong there, taking them back for as far as we can go, and just trying to get a little positive momentum there.
But it's 35-21, and so as far as the first half, Coach, did it go as you thought it would, or?
Well, I knew it was going to be tough to stop them, but I was just more disappointed in what we did. I mean, it's they're good. I'm taking nothing away from them. They're a good football team, but I was more disappointed in the way we responded and things that we did and didn't do.
It was a seesaw battle, and a lot of stuff that we were talking about in the press box at halftime. What Clarke needed to do was maybe come out and score real quickly and try to get that momentum back. And we're going to go to the third quarter highlights now and show you how that kind of played out. Gainesville leading our Gladiators by 2 scores, 35-21.
Absolutely, and we come out and have a good drive here we get first on the second half. Jelani Payne again on the kick return. Something you don't like to see a whole lot of kick returns there, but we got a lot of them. We got a lot of practice at it.
So Clarke takes over 1st and 10 on the 35. Good field position.
Good field position here. We run the counter here. Jelani sticks it in the middle, then breaks it outside. And again, a good gain there. 1st and 10, Gladiators.
Johnny doing a better job each and every week once he gets around that end, taking off for 10, 15 yards.
Absolutely. So we go in motion at Jaquan down in motion, run a little play action there. And now we hit Amir Williams down the sideline there for a nice throw and catch between him and Cameron.
And it seemed like Cameron had all day, Coach, on that throw.
Yeah, when you can establish your run, you can protect a little better. So that's what we try to do.
So Clarke down inside the 5.
Yep, and then we run the counter again. Actually, we missed assignment up front, and Jelani does a great job of getting that thing in and making it 35-27 right now. We're 1 score away with the extra point. So here we're in good shape right here.
Yeah, Matthew Ward sticks it through, and you're down by a touchdown, and you got to feel like you're believing now.
Yeah. But we got to come and get a stop here. I mean, that's what I said at the beginning. We got down by a touchdown here, and we blow a couple of assignments here. Don't make a tackle at the first, but got the ball at the 20-yard line still.
Right. One of them times you really need the defense to just kind of pin them back.
We got to pin them back. We got to make some plays here. Here we don't. They get a first down here.
Deshaun Watson rolling right.
Yeah, I was very disappointed here. We could have sacked him on the back end, but we don't hustle. That's no excuse for not hustling and not going fast. And that's one thing we did not do. And that's on us as coaches. We got to make him do it, or get somebody else in to do it.
This time he throws to the left side, and this guy does something with the ball like a Harlem Globetrotter would, and stays in bounds but makes the catch.
He sure does. And they run a quarterback draw again out of the what we call Emory formation, but we stop it. Javion Hempfield on the tackle. We get them down on the ground that time.
Kayvon Williams in there as well, but they get down inside our 5. And
yeah, and they run the we call that little Yukon package right there, and it's tough to stop from 2 yards out. So, I mean, we covered it, but it's tough to stop.
So Gainesville regains their 2-score advantage, and now they're up 42-28 on
42-28. And it's important now that we come back offensively and try to get something going here. Very important. Another kick return to Jelani Payne, and bring it back up the right side, and our back end this time don't do a good job blocking those 3 guys over there. So, but we still get the ball at the 25-yard line, trying to just move the chains here.
Got Amir Williams in motion. Cameron drops back.
Big third down play right here. We run the tight end screen to freshman Anthony Smith, and we're moving the ball pretty good here down the 35-yard line.
People don't realize that that's just a freshman coach.
9th grade.
And big kid knocking guys over and just he seems like he's getting better every week.
Well, hopefully he will. Hopefully he will. And hit Jelani Payne on another nice little run around the right side here. We don't block it very well, but he still gets something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm. Jelani, real good run there. So you're driving, but then we get a costly call here.
Yeah, we get a hold on the back end, on the front end, excuse me, and it moves us back. And here on 3rd down and 4, I mean, I went to the freshman again. I hit him right in the hands. I knew it was in 4-down territory, so I was going to take a shot here, and we didn't get it. And right here on 4th down here, we thought we had what we wanted. You know,
he was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
Cameron threw over the right shoulder. He turned, and Amir looked left.
So Gladiators missed a big scoring opportunity.
Yeah, that's what
gets the ball real
big
back.
score, and that's what I'm saying. We got to put them away on offense. We got to answer, and we did not just then.
So this is one of the few plays that Gainesville actually ran across field, and it was a big gain here.
Big gain. We don't keep contained, and we don't chase the ball, and they take it right on down our throats here.
And they're right back down there, and it just seemed like they were inside the 20 all night.
Yes, and but again, we got to answer offensively. We got to answer. They go up 2 scores, and then, like I said, we got to bow up defensively and answer offensively.
3rd quarter, Gainesville keeps their 2-score advantage, 42-28, and we'll go to the 4th quarter and show you how this thing finished out. As I think Gainesville comes right out right away and puts one in the end zone.
Yeah, I call it a fade route on Kenjai Reed. Got a size mismatch on that, and that's the way it is.
But as far as momentum swings, that was the 2nd quarter out of 4 that Gainesville started inside the 5 and put a quick 6 on you.
Absolutely.
And that's a big momentum thing.
That's big now. That's big.
So now it's a 3-score advantage, and Clarke's fighting for their lives.
Fighting and just trying to get something back on the board here. Jelani Payne again with another kick return. Trying to get something on the board, trying to move the chains a little bit.
So Clarke will start off, I believe, on the just shy of the 30. Cameron shotgun.
Yeah, here I believe he hits Amir Williams across the middle. Nice throw and catch right there for a first down. I think it was 3rd and 10 right there.
Amir had a big game, Coach.
I think he had about 6 or 7 catches. Big game. But
it seems like we're moving.
We're moving the ball. I think we had almost 400 yards of offense. They had about 430. So here's Cameron Johnson on the quarterback run here, running tough himself.
I tell you, he looked good on that quarterback draw. He's looked good all year doing that.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better. He ran track in the all season. I think that helped the footwork a little bit.
So Cameron drops back in shotgun again, and this time he just underthrew his receiver.
Yeah, we actually not making an excuse for the quarterback, but we're supposed to be. He threw the ball in the spot the receiver was supposed to be, and the receiver went out. He's supposed to go in. That's what happens.
So Gainesville gets the ball, and but our defense tightens up a little bit here.
They
Coach.
sure do. That's Drico Stadium, who had a pretty good game, considering we lost, had a real good game. Tackling for a loss right there with Drico.
And they quick kick it.
Quick kick it, and again, we knew it was coming, and that's fine. Get away from the ball, and we'll take the ball back.
So fourth quarter is just a battle of field position here. Clarke gets the ball for a second time.
Yep, and now we throw another pass down the middle here, and that's a fourth down play right there.
And that was that linebacker. I think his name was Stanger, and he seemed like he had a paw on a pass a lot.
Yeah, he does a good job getting depth on those passes.
So again, Gainesville gets the ball back, and they punt it again or quick kick it, whatever you want to call it, just to try to keep us pooched down inside the 20, and they do a very good job, Coach, keeping us pinned back.
Yeah, that's good. That's smart on their part. Just keep us pinned back, make us drive the field. Here we throw the bubble screen to Amir Williams. Good blocking out there. That's Jaquad Dowdy and Austin Johnson. Good blocking here.
So again, we're showing some fight. We're not giving up, and we're moving the ball.
Running the sprint out here. I think that's Jaquad Dowdy on the down and out on the sprint out. Moving the ball. It's toward the end of the game. We're just trying to get something going. We're going a little faster than we normally go. As far as no huddle, what we call cheetah pace. And here he hits almost hits Austin Johnson. Same play we came back to. We weren't able to hit that route for some reason.
Looked like he lost his foot maybe, but the ball sails over his head, and Cameron again.
Yep, and here's the last play. I think we run the old hook and ladder.
That worked.
Yep. Over Denzel. If he'd had one move, we'd been all right, huh?
Right. Came up just a yard short, and that's how your game ends right there. Gainesville, big region win for them as they improve their record. Now to 6-0, Clarke Central dropping to 3-2 in the region, and starting to see the region take a little shape now, and a big 49-28 win for Gainesville. The Red Elephants vying for their first ever 5A championship. But again, we talk about high school football coaching. We talk about how you got to have a short memory, and we've got another big team coming in here this Friday night with Flowery Branch. They're also undefeated, fighting for that first place spot, so they've got a lot on the line coming in here. And of course, we can stick our chest out a little bit and say that we're undefeated against them. We ain't ever lost to the Branch, but I'm sure that's smarting on them a little bit too.
Absolutely.
So how do you talk to your team? What do you say to them after a big loss? And these have been two wars between Heritage and Gainesville. How are you preparing for Flowery Branch?
Well, first of all, you try to show them our own mistakes, and how things that we're doing right and things that we're doing wrong, and just worry about correcting ourselves, playing with high energy for 48 minutes or longer, and those are the things we've been working on. I mean, Flowery Branch is a very good football team. We all know that. Been a good football team since they came into this region. Haven't lost many games. I think the only games they lost in the region have been to us, to be honest with you.
Right.
So they'll come in and prepare. They'll be fired up, ready to go, and we just got to concentrate on playing Clarke Central football. I'm more concerned about coming out with some fire, coming out with some energy, and just playing with passion, routing to the football, making plays when we need to.
Well, there's a lot to play for this Friday night. Like I said, Flowery Branch coming in here trying to stay undefeated and stay in that top spot with Gainesville as they chase each other for that region crown. Clarke needs a victory to maybe push for a three-way tie for second and to guarantee a spot, at least that fourth playoff spot, depending on how things shake out with a lot still to go here. But a big region game. We've got to be focused. We've got to be ready. How do we look injury-wise? Are we okay? Are we banged up?
We're still banged up. I mean, this has been, like you said, a tough 3 games. We got a couple kids out from the Gainesville game. But, we got guys who have been playing a lot anyways because we've been rotating a lot of people in because of all the injuries. So the guys that are going to be playing for them are not new. They've been playing before. So that won't be an excuse. We'll just keep it rolling. So
we just got to buckle that chin strap tight and get ready for possibly a third war. Every game has been a war with Flowery Branch. We won in 2010 up at their place, 21-0. Had to make like 7 goal line stands, I think, to preserve that shutout. And then, of course, last year it just got crazy. I think it was like a 3 or 4 point game that got a Quinshawn Watson late in the fourth quarter to decide that one. So It's always been a war with these guys. Real quickly, Coach, we want to honor our Clarke Central GITV Players of the Week. And on the offensive side this week, we decided to give it to Amir Williams, wide receiver. Had a lot of big catches that kept some drives going. Also had a touchdown, I believe. But Amir Williams, our GITV Offensive Player of the Week. Coach, any words about Amir you'd like to give?
Well, it was good to get him back. He's getting more back to his old self now. He's been back for 3 games now, I believe it was. He didn't play the Heritage game, of course, so that was good to get him back. And the thing that Amir brings to the table is a lot of speed, and we're going to need that this Friday.
I mean, they're definitely one of his best games since he came back from that injury. Our Clarke Central GITV Defensive Player of the Week went to a big defensive lineman coach, Cavante Bugg. Seemed like number 94 was in on every play that Gainesville was trying to run, and he was slowing them down as best he could, but we felt like he got any words about Mr. Cavante.
Well, you know, he's only a junior, and he played a lot last year against Flower Branch, and so, you know, we were looking for good things from Cavante. He did a good job for us just doing his assignments, playing through a little wrist injury a little bit, and he does a good job also on field goal block, so that's a good choice.
One of those big bodies, as Coach Ward would say, a big space eater on that defensive line. Mr. Bugg, our defensive player of the week. Don't forget this Friday night here at Billy Harrison Stadium, kickoff time 7:30. Clarke Central plays host to Flowery Branch. The Flowery Branch Falcons coming out of Hall County. It'll be a great game. There'll be a big crowd. You'll need to get here early. I think school's out this Friday, so you students, make sure you don't lose your IDs. I think you get in for free this Friday if you show your student ID.
Absolutely.
But for any of those that can't make it, any brothers out there that can't get to Athens, we'll have it live on GITV right here on ClarkeCentralGITV.com. Clarke Central hosting Flowery Branch, big region game, and Coach, I don't know if any of them's not big anymore.
Absolutely. I mean, this region is tough, man. It's a war week in and week out, so we just keep playing, try to get better.
It's the SEC of high school football. For Coach Ryals, I'm Buster Crupton. This has been the Leroy Ryals Show. So long, everybody.